Magnificent. Think about that. Modern technology, but right there on your smartphone. This is exactly what we need. We've seen the features, but what's really driving the innovation behind the all-new Huawei Nova 13? Now, we're joined by the Huawei team. We brought them in specially. We've got a product specialist, Daniel Mbayo, who is here, head of training. George Alcafroni is also here as well to tell us a bit more about this exciting new technology and dive deeper into what makes this smartphone a true game changer. Now, I've personally seen a few of these things, and I'm telling you now, it's a next level type of situation. Daniel and George, welcome you two. I see the thing about this device, a problem, it's distracting. Like, we can't even have a conversation because you just want to play with all the features, right, Daniel?
100%, Carl. I mean, you take a look at it, it's just got an amazing camera, you know, with all this exciting features that we've added to it.
I can see this. Now, let me ask you, you say Huawei Nova 13 AI.
We say Huawei Nova 13, yeah.
I want to find out a bit more about this connection over here and also what makes it stand out.
100%. So Huawei's introduced something that we've brought that is truly revolutionary with our AI best expression.
Yes.
So we're saying here it's a game changer for group and portrait photography as well. So let's think about it. When you're out there, we have something called AI best expression. So we've had some moments here. We took some amazing photos.
Yes,
and
we did.
I'd like to show you how it really works. Right?
Okay, because
so,
you asked for it. I told you that you have to pay for it, but it's fine. I'll allow it for the sake of demonstration. No, I'm kidding. But so we did take a couple of selfies. Yes, I think they look kind of good, right?
100%, they did. And I just wanted to show it off to you, how we actually do it.
All right.
And it always happens when we go out there with family members. As South Africans are very social. You'll get to a function with colleagues, a function with graduates, and you want to take a picture.
Yes.
And often it happens that maybe someone's eyes are closed or they don't have the perfect expression.
We South Africans, we love a braai.
100%.
Usually someone's eyes are closed. I'm not going to tell you the reasons for it, but they usually have that moment, you know. There's a little bit of a, something in the background. Now, how are we going to change that? Their eyes are closed too late.
Let me show you how we do with AI best expression here with Huawei Nova 13. All I need to do is simply go to edit. And as I'm out there, I'm going to let the AI do its work. So I've captured quite a few shots with the camera out there. I'm going to go to AI retouch. And then from there, I'm going to go to best expression. Now you'll see the AI will get to work.
Yes.
And as it's getting to work, we can select our best expressions over here. And you'll see there, my eyes were closed previously in other pictures.
Yes.
But now to adjust that, I simply go there and bam, the perfect smile, looking rather natural. And Carl, let's see with you, right?
Yes.
You've got some few funny faces right there.
I do have a few.
Take a look at that.
Ooh.
Perhaps your eyes were closed here and there. Bam, we get it, the perfect expression with Huawei AI best expression. So just perfect shots every single take.
And this is the great thing, because you know that a family is very difficult to get together at a braai to actually take this photo. And now suddenly we can capture these moments. And remember, it is about, as South Africans, we are about our moments. So we need something that's going to capture every moment, and that's the greatest thing. But I'm sure with onboard technology like that, I think, let's be honest, battery power gets drained, especially when anybody tries extra tech. What happens? Battery gets drained. I mean, and now the thing is, how do you get that sort of mitigated and balanced? And George, this is where you can come in, because I believe that there is a certain supercharged turbo. I thought you were talking about a car when I heard this for the first time. What is that?
Well, the Huawei Supercharged Turbo is with a power of 100 watts. It's a true game changer. It boosts your phone from 0 to 50% in just 10 minutes. And that's very convenient if you're having your morning coffee or if you're brushing your teeth.
What?
Amazing, right?
I'm just thinking about all the content creators that are giving you a round of applause. Because remember, if you are busy at an event, you saw Graham was at the Huawei event. You know what? If you lose track in the middle of that and you don't have somewhere to plug in, you can't capture all your moments.
True.
Now, to 0 to 50 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a quick break outside. You come back in, you're ready to go for more.
Exactly. But life in South Africa is very fast-paced, and it's very essential for our South African consumers to stay connected during the early morning commute or even late night rise, as you were mentioning. According to my broadband, 58.2% of consumers who participated in the survey have mentioned that they run out of battery at least one time a day. And around 29.2% mentioned they run out of battery power at least twice a day or more.
Yes.
So this shows the importance of having a strong recharging technology that can support you throughout the day. In addition, we've also boosted the phone with a 5,000 milliampere battery, which can keep you going for more than a day.
Oh, goodness. You know, the thing is, our typical example as a let's go, South African context. You wake up in the morning and you didn't charge your phone the night before, but you have to get to work. Now you've got 10 minutes in the morning while you're brushing your teeth to get at least 50% to get you to work. You know, I feel like that's so powerful, and I think that's very, very important. But let's talk about the features once again. Daniel, you and I took some incredible photos. That was from your front camera. I don't think I've ever looked that good, and I just want to find out why.
100%, Carl, and it's really simple. So Huawei is now introduced with the Nova 13, our 60 megapixel front ultra-wide portrait camera. So this right here is truly a game changer, because when you think about selfies in South Africa, it's all about selfies. It is proven that about 50% of our South Africans, most of them make their choices when it comes to a device based off the selfie camera. So truly, it's a big deal.
It is.
And we've done so much with it. And when we talk about the 60 megapixel front ultra-wide portrait camera, I'm saying it's even perfect for those solo and group shots. So now we're even introducing a 100-degree field of view as well. So we're making sure we capture not just you, but the entire family and everyone in the image.
You know what I'm really happy about? I'm happy because if you take that picture, it's always like, get in, man, get in. But you're not in. You're not in. You're not in. Now we get a full range. We can bring in everybody. What's even better is that person with the eyes closed, we got the best expression for you. Hello. I love that.
100%. And according to the South African Cultural Observatory, what they've noticed is that most of the creators now currently are using AI. So it shows this growing concern to use AI within our photography. And that's what we've introduced now with the AI Best Expression, of course, incorporated with our 60 megapixel front ultra-wide portrait camera.
Great. It's looking phenomenal. But the thing is, it's not only about your selfie looking good. What about the actual device when it's in your hand? Because I think that's equally as important. You want to carry something that's got something that's a little extra. I mean, you can always make a nice shiny black cover and then, cool, looks like everything else. However, George, Huawei didn't stop there. On the Huawei Nova 13, I feel like what you've done is you've given us something to match with the fashion of the day too. What is that?
Yes, exactly. With the Huawei Nova 13, we've introduced the dynamic plate texture design, which is a combination of vertical and horizontal stripes, blending into this aesthetic feel, and it gives this smooth and silky feel of the smartphone. It actually also gives the impression that the patterns move under the light.
I can see that as you're doing that now. That is so cool. But then at the same time, what you're also doing is acknowledging that it's not just about the actual, pictures. It's about what the actual phone looks like too.
Definitely,
which is very important.
You want a phone that looks good in your hand. You want a phone that makes you show out show out in the crowd. And the Nova 13 has that. It's a mix of fashion sophistication with modernity. And also this implies with our vision for a fashion-forward design. And you can see that the device looks really, really nice with all of these patterns.
Yes.
We've also introduced the London green color, which I'm showing you right now.
That's
and
great.
It's beautiful.
Very fashionable too. And actually that color it's unique. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. And I think that's what you want. Let's be honest, as consumers, we see people competing with each other in these stores all the time. You want something very unique. And I think that's what you've done. You've given the uniqueness, not only with the design of the actual device, but I mean, just to recap all of these features that we have. I mean, think about best expression. There are so many times when we do this show, right, where the expression of the individual, then the camera cuts to you and you just, I wish that was live. I wish we could have that on these live cameras. That would have been the best thing in the entire world. But you have that in the Huawei Nova 13. If I look at the fact that 0 to 50%, that's 10 minutes. You step out for a moment, come back in, continue creating content, which is what we are here for in a lot of spaces today. That's how you make any sort of living at the moment. You got to get your content creation on point. That's where your consumers are. I look at that 60 megapixel front camera as well, and you got a wider range, which means that Daniel, George, and I can be in the same selfie. Exactly. And we can look comfortable. None of us are going to be popping our heads in like this, which is very important too. So I think all in all, with everything from supercharged quality of camera as well, I think what you've given us is a Huawei Nova 13 that lives not only in 2025, but it lives through the changes that we're going through as content creators and as people who love Braais. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Well done for an incredible device, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I think the big question here is price point. Dun, dun, dun. And if you think it's going to shock you, it's not going to shock you at all. We've seen the power of the Huawei Nova 13, and I think it's important for us to not talk about it with Daniel and George. I feel like you should win one because I love you so much. So remember, these are valued at $12,999. Think about all of the things we mentioned for that price. That's fantastic. So simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages, and then answer a quick question. Which new feature of the Huawei Nova 13 are you most looking forward to, and why? I can guess you're going to go for Supercharged Turbo, but I'm going to leave that with you. Don't forget to add hashtag Huawei Nova 13. That's HUAWEI NOVA 13. And hashtag Super Selfie Super Pattern. That is the vibes that we showed you right now. Competition closes on 9 February. T's and C's on ExpressoShow.com. Good luck. That phone could be yours.